Job interviews can be nerve-wracking. You're putting yourself out there, trying to sell your skills and experience to a complete stranger. You could be the most qualified person for the job, but if you make a bad first impression, it's going to be an uphill battle. Panic and anxiety, paired with little to no preparation, is surely not the best combination when attending a job interview. But fret no more. In this video, we'll talk about the worst mistakes you could make in a job interview and how to avoid them. We'll cover everything from researching the company to dressing for success. So, whether you're a recent grad or a seasoned professional, this video is for you. Let's get started. This is probably the biggest mistake you can make in a job interview. Imagine walking into a Tesla dealership and asking the salesperson, "So, what kind of cars do you sell here?" It's an absurd question, right? It just shows a complete lack of effort and respect for the company and the person interviewing you. Think about it. You're essentially telling them you didn't care enough to do your homework. Would you invest in a stock without doing any research on the company, its financials, or its management team? Of course not. It's the same principle. The same goes for a job interview. Preparation is key. You're essentially asking the company to invest in you, so you need to show them that you're worth the investment. Demonstrate your value. Before you even step foot in the interview room, you should know everything there is to know about the company. What they do, their mission statement, their values, their target audience, their competitors, recent news articles, and who's who on the leadership team. This knowledge is your foundation. And don't just rely on their website. Dig deeper. Check out their social media pages, Glassdoor reviews, and any industry publications they're featured in. These sources can provide valuable insights. The more you know about the company, the better prepared you'll be to answer interview questions. You'll be able to connect your skills and experiences to their needs. You'll be able to tailor your responses to their specific needs and goals. And you'll be able to ask insightful questions that show you've done your homework. This will set you apart from other candidates. Researching the company also helps you figure out if it's the right fit for you. It's a two-way street. Do their values align with yours? Can you see yourself thriving in their culture? Do you believe in their mission? Is it something you're passionate about? Would you be proud to work there? These are crucial questions to consider. Look, interviewers can smell a canned response from a mile away. They've been through countless interviews and can easily spot when someone is just going through the motions. They've heard it all before. "I'm a hard worker, I'm a team player, I'm passionate about this industry." These phrases have become so overused that they've lost their impact. These are all great qualities to have, but when you're just regurgitating generic answers, you're not giving the interviewer anything real to work with. Think about it. If you were interviewing someone for a job and they gave you the same rehearsed answers as everyone else, would you be impressed? Probably not. You'd want to hear something genuine, something that makes them stand out from the crowd. Instead of memorizing answers, focus on telling your story. Share your journey, your challenges, and your triumphs. What are your unique skills and experiences that make you the best candidate for the job? What are some specific examples of times you've demonstrated those skills? Think about moments that truly showcase your abilities. For example, instead of saying, "I'm a hard worker," you could say, "In my previous role, I was responsible for managing a team of 5 people and consistently exceeded our sales goals by 15%. See the difference? The second answer is specific, measurable, and demonstrates your value. It tells a story and gives the interviewer a glimpse into your work ethic. The same goes for behavioral interview questions like, "Tell me about a time you failed." Don't just give a generic answer about how you learned from your mistakes. Be honest and vulnerable. Talk about a specific situation, what you learned from it, and how it made you a better employee. This kind of honesty can be very compelling. Remember, interviewers want to get to know the real you. They are looking for authenticity and a genuine connection. This one should go without saying, but you'd be surprised how many people make this mistake. Even if you had a terrible experience at your previous job, the last thing you want to do is badmouth your former employer in an interview. It's like going on a date and spending the whole time complaining about your ex. It's not a good look. It makes you seem unprofessional, negative, and potentially even vindictive. Plus, the interviewer doesn't know the full story. Maybe you were the problem, not your former employer. Instead of focusing on the negative, try to find the positive in your previous experiences. What did you learn? How did you grow? What skills did you develop? For example, if you had a difficult boss, you could say something like, "While my previous manager had a different management style than I was used to, I learned a lot about how to communicate effectively and work with different personalities." See, you've turned a potentially negative situation into a positive learning experience. And you've done it without bad-mouthing anyone. Can make a big difference. Make eye contact. This is probably the most important aspect of good body language. It shows confidence and attentiveness. When you make eye contact with someone, it shows that you're listening, engaged, and confident. It builds a connection. Sit up straight. Good posture conveys confidence and professionalism. It shows that you are present and ready. Smile. A genuine smile can go a long way in making a good impression. It makes you appear approachable and friendly. Use hand gestures. Hand gestures can help you emphasize your points and make you seem more animated and engaging. They add to your expressiveness, but don't overdo it. Too much movement can be distracting. Balance is key. Mirror the interviewer. This is a subtle but effective way to build rapport. It shows that you are in sync with them. Not asking questions. Curiosity killed the cat, but it landed the job. At the end of almost every job interview, the interviewer will ask, "Do you have any questions for me?" This is your chance to show that you're curious, engaged, and genuinely interested in the role. It's also a chance for you to gather more information about the company and the position to make sure it's the right fit for you. Not having any questions prepared makes you look unprepared, disinterested, and like you don't really care about the opportunity. Think about it. If you were interviewing two equally qualified candidates, and one of them asked thoughtful, insightful questions about the company and the role, while the other one just shrugged and said, "Nope, I think I'm good," who would you be more likely to hire? The one who asked questions, of course. So, what kind of questions should you ask? Here are a few ideas. Questions about the role. What are the day-to-day responsibilities of this role? What are the biggest challenges and opportunities facing the person in this role? What are the key performance indicators for this role? Questions about the company. What is the company culture like? What are the company's goals for the next year? What are the biggest challenges and opportunities facing the company right now? Overlooking the basics. Don't let the little things trip you up. You'd be surprised how many people make these seemingly small mistakes that can actually have a big impact on your chances of getting the job. Remember, first impressions matter. And those first impressions are formed in the first few seconds of meeting someone. Think about it. If you were meeting a client for the first time, would you show up late, dressed inappropriately, or with your phone blowing up with notifications? Of course not. The same goes for job interviews. Here are a few basic things you should always do. Be on time. This should go without saying, but always be on time for your interview. In fact, aim to arrive 10 to 15 minutes early to give yourself time to relax and gather your thoughts. Dress appropriately. What you wear to an interview depends on the company culture and the role you're interviewing for. But as a general rule of thumb, it's always better to overdress than underdress. Silence your phone. This should go without saying, but make sure your phone is silenced or turned off before your interview. Be polite and respectful to everyone you meet. From the receptionist to the CEO, be polite and respectful to everyone you encounter during the interview process. Level up your interview game. So there you have it. Those are some of the biggest job interview mistakes that could cost you the job. Look, I get it. Job interviews can be stressful. But by avoiding these common mistakes, you'll be well on your way to acing your next interview and landing your dream job. Remember, preparation is key. Do your research, practice your answers, and be yourself. Now go out there and crush it.